Wolf Gang, top of the morning. We back in this thing. Excuse the bags and the clothes. I'm in the middle of moving, but I'm back here with another video for y'all. All right. Today, I got 4 questions that you need to consider before you deal with a person that has children, because it's not easy to date somebody with kids. It's a lot that comes with it. And I think a lot of people mess up is because they kind of just rush into it thinking, oh, it'll work out. We love each other, blah, blah, blah. And then when you rush into it, you realize, this ain't what I signed up for. So I'm here to break that down for y'all. All right. Let's hop right into it. The first question that you need to consider before you date a person with kids: how much time do they have to even spend on the relationship? Right. So when you're in a relationship, it takes a lot of work to develop. It's like a flower. You got to water it. You got to give it light. You got to make sure the environment right. You got to really take the time to nurture it. Well, it's the same, same thing with relationship. It's like if she ain't got time to help you water, help you nurture it, it's not going to happen. Because with kids, that's going to be their first priority, right? Whether it's a dude or a guy, the kid's going to be the first priority. So that means, depending on how many kids, that's going to take up the majority of their time. You got to take them to school. Then you got the little soccer games, football games, school events, whatever, right? That's going to take up a lot of time. So you want to make sure your partner has that time to, spend on you as well, right? Because if not, I'm telling you, you're going to start to resent it. You're going to start to feel like, all right, well, she ain't even got time for me, or he ain't even got time for me, whatever, right? Because she gonna be so busy focused on the kids or whatever. So you really gotta ask yourself and have that conversation. How much time do you truly have for a relationship? Every time I date a girl, that's what I would ask. I'd be like, how much time you got for a relationship? Like, I understand that your kids come first, but at the same time, hey, I'm gonna need some attention too. All right. So that's just the first question. Number two, what's the situation with the other parent? It's a biggie. You don't want to deal with somebody where, her and the other parent, it's always tension, it's always arguments over the kids, or it's just always drama going on, because that's going to start to affect your time with her. Because then she going to be complaining about, him, her baby daddy, to you. Talk about, oh, he doing this, he doing that. He don't want to watch the kids. Oh, he don't want to do, and you'll get tired of it. You like, damn, like, sheesh, right? That because then she'll end up taking that out on you. She could be mad at the baby daddy and end up taking that out on you just because you right there, and you ain't want to deal with that, right? And you shouldn't. You shouldn't even get involved with uh co-parenting and all that other stuff, right? Now, on the other hand, it is people that co-parent, right? It's not always bad. Now, if they got a good, stable co-parenting relationship, okay, that's cool, right? You could decide if you want to, deal with that or not. But because even with the co-parenting things, some dudes would be like, well, why you always texting them, or what you texting them about, da da da. It should just be strictly about the kids if they are messaging each other, right? Now, if they talk about some other stuff, personal stuff, then you got another problem on your hands. But you must figure out what's the situation between the parents. All right. Number three, what boundaries will they have so that everybody is respected? It's no secret, especially as a guy dealing with a woman with kids. If she got more than one kid, chances are not all of them gonna like you. And usually it's like the oldest one. The younger ones, you can kind of, get away with it. They young, they whatever. But usually the older ones be the tough ones, because they know that, it's a new guy in the house. That's not their dad. So yeah, right. So you gotta know and be willing to ask her, like, hey, are you gonna have boundaries to where your kids are not being disrespectful to me? I'm gonna make sure I'm not disrespectful to your kids, and everything will be okay. But if you got the kids cussing you out, right? And then, you know, you can't really say nothing to the kids. Well, that leads on to my next question, but it'll just create like a big awkward situation because you don't want to have to go back and forth with the kids. Then you got to deal with the dad, and then it's a whole big deal. So you need to make sure that the mom is going to put her foot down when she needs to put her foot down and teach the kids that, okay, you're gonna respect him. Ain't no disrespect. I ain't tolerating that. If she don't do that, don't even get involved because it's gonna lead to a ugly situation, right? Especially if the kids disrespect her. If the kids disrespect the mom already, oh yeah, they're gonna disrespect you too. They don't even respect her, so they damn sure not gonna respect the new boyfriend or the new dude that come around. So that's a big one. Now, number 4, I was getting into it, but you gotta ask and see how much of a role do they want you to play when it comes to the parenting, when it comes to the discipline of the kids. Do they want you to help them discipline the kids? Or do they not want you to get involved? And do they want to take care of it? Right? Because, hey, that's a big thing too. A lot of times you won't know what role to play. Like if you're the new guy in a situation, like you don't know. You have to figure out the times where you're supposed to speak up and say something, whether you should stay out of it and let her handle it. Like it's just a process that you'll have to learn to go through. But it helps if she lets you know, like, all right, it's good if you discipline them, just, you know, don't hit them or let me know first or something. I don't know. Y'all come up with an agreement, but it has to be talked about because that's a big thing. That's a big thing. Some people don't want other people touching their kids or disciplining them or yelling. I say it all the time. Girls talk about, don't be yelling at my kid. Don't be doing this and that. Then the dude's sitting there like, well, I'm not about to be disrespected. I'm not about to take disrespect. Then it's a whole situation. So just make sure that you deal with that, right? These are very important questions. Now, me personally, I've dated women with kids. Now, I will say, I recommend having your own kids with your own woman, right? Now, I understand certain situations. Hey, you may find a woman with kids and you may be a good stepdad or whatever. I don't know, right? The kids may need a father figure, this and that. But my preference is to build your own kingdom, right? Instead of taking care of somebody else's kids. It happens, but if you could help it, start your own family. But that's my 2 cents. All right, if you made it here, I want you to type um questions because you got to ask these questions, man. You got to ask the questions before you get involved with people with kids. These are very important. All right. So like, comment, subscribe, give your boy some feedback. Let's get this in the algorithm. Till next time.